Hi guys, how are you doing? What's going on? Um, let's see, what do I want to talk about? Well, hopefully I look a little bit better in this video. This probably is about as good as it gets. I got a little makeup on. Man, my boyfriend, we had to go to a little Christmas party this afternoon. Actually, he didn't tell me about it till pretty much last minute. So he's like, "Well, do you want to go?" And I said, "Well, do you want me to go?" He's like, "Well, it's just going to be a bunch of us guys and probably maybe some of their wives and stuff, and you don't know anybody." And I'm like, "Well, do you really want me to go or what?" "Well, I didn't really figure you'd want to go, and it's just going to be all of us guys that works for the department." And I'm like, "Well, do you want me to go or you want me to stay here? What is it?" And he goes, "Well, see, I didn't wake up until 4:30, and the party was at it was mostly a get together dinner party, and it was 4:30 when I woke up, and the reason why is because I stayed up till 7 a.m. And so I took my medicine, which knocked me out, and I slept till 4:30 in the afternoon. Well, when I woke up, we laid on the couch for a half an hour, and he's like, "Well, I've got to go to this Christmas party." And I said, "Oh, you're going?" And I said, because he had talked about it before, and when he got the paper in the mail, he's like, "Well, fuck it, screw it. It's on Sunday night. I can't take the kids. I'm not going to it." And that's the last I ever heard of it. So I was like, "Well, whatever, And so now, all of a sudden, he's like, on Sunday night, here it is, 5 o'clock now, he's like, all of a sudden, he's like, "Well, I'm going to go." So I was like, "Oh, fuck, if I'm going to go, I'm going to have to start getting ready because it's 5 o'clock now." And luckily, I'd already took a shower the night before, right at I'd took a shower late the night before. So I thought, well, fuck it, I'm not going to take a shower. I'm just going to see if I can recover my hair and start working on my hair and, just slap some clothes on and if I have time for makeup, try to slap some makeup on and which I never wear makeup. I hardly ever wear makeup, but since how I'm going to this place where all these women are gonna be and they're probably gonna be dressed up real nice and shit, and I'm gonna be out of place and I don't even know anybody but him and I'm gonna be hanging out with men, and I'm just gonna be completely uncomfortable. So I said, "Can I just hang with you because I don't know any of these people?" "Well, yeah, I guess, you can just be with me." So I'm like, "Okay." So it's 6:35. Excuse me again. It's he decides to sleep for a while, and then he takes a shower. Of course, it takes men no time to get ready at all. They don't give a crap what they wear or anything like that. Plus, he's just hanging around his buddies, all the people he works with at the department, so he doesn't really care what the hell he puts on. And so anyway, about 6:30, he's like, "Well, fuck, the Christmas lights outside aren't working. I've got to do this and I've got to do that." And so he starts fucking with the Christmas lights, and I'm like, "Oh, God, I don't know where we've got to go, but, shit, shouldn't we be, leaving pretty soon?" That's what I'm thinking in my head, I'd be damned if I really, say it, out loud. Because he's been, really touchy all weekend, while the kids are here, he's, touchy, and I asked him to do a few things for me on the computer that I have no fucking idea how to do. And he's like, "Well, I really know how to do them either," and stuff. So I'm like, he's like, why can't you just do them yourself? I'm like, I would if I knew how. And he's like, well, you think I know how? I don't know how to do them either. I'll get into that later. But anyway, so 6:35 rolls around, and he's still fucking with the Christmas lights. And he gets them back to working, which was very good. Yay! Yay! And so anyway, he gets them back to working, and it was like, I think 6:40 when we left, and we get there, and I keep yawning. I'm so sorry, I keep yawning. We get there, and I was like thinking, oh, as soon as we pull up, he's like, well, before we pulled up, he's like, well, I don't know how many people's going to be here. And I'm thinking, oh God, there's going to be a mass of people there. And there really wasn't that many people there, and I was like, oh, this is good, because I do better in like smaller groups than I would if there was like 20 or 30 people there. So I'm like, oh, this is better, much better. But still, I don't know these people. I know like one person that he's really introduced me to. And I walk in, and like, Steve, that's my boyfriend, he doesn't introduce me to anybody. And I'm sitting there going, oh shit, what the hell am I supposed to be doing here? He doesn't introduce me to the couple that invited us there or nothing. And I'm thinking, the least you could do is introduce me to the people that invited us to their home, and he doesn't introduce me to anybody. So anyway, I'm like sitting by him and listening to all the guys' bullshit and stuff, and the ladies are all in the kitchen as usual, and I'm like, oh God, this is really going good. So anyway, the dinner was ready, and we ate, and the meal was really good. She cooked like all this food and stuff, and it was really good, and I was like, God, I could go back for seconds. I'm like, oh my God, the food was good. I could like stuff my face forever. I mean, I'm just being honest, You know how like when you go to somebody's house, you like don't want to take very much. You just want to like get a little smidgen of everything and not take much food. Well, that's pretty much what I did. And I could go, and Steve didn't go back for seconds, so I was like, oh, well, if he's not going back, I'm not going back. But I swear to God, I could fill my plate again and ate again, because I just took a little touch of everything. And I could like fill my plate again and stuff my face again. And then she had this banana pudding. Oh my God, it was like my mother's. It was like my mother used to make. Oh my God, I could have died. I could have ate 2 bowls of that. I mean, I'm not a hog, but I don't really eat that much on a normal day. But you take a starving person and you put like lots of food in front of their face, and here you go. I could have ate 2 bowls of the pudding, the banana pudding. It was so good. So anyway, after that, and we started to clean up. I started talking to the women and started bonding with them, and they asked me where I worked, and I told them where I worked, and one was a nurse, and some of the other people worked at different places, and one was getting her degree and was only working like 1 day a week, and they all had these huge big houses, and I mean huge big houses. Really nice places and stuff, like my brother has. My brother has a huge big house too. And let's see what else. And then pretty much we ended up leaving and going home after that. But I've still got more to talk about for the weekend and stuff. So I guess we'll that was what happened tonight. So I'll catch you up on the weekend. On the next tape when this one runs out. But we left and we come home, and of course he had to go to work tonight, so that's where he is now. Everything's quiet. Let me see. He's working. I'm here sitting alone, fixing to run and get us some few odds and ends from the store that we need. We're both broke, which sucks. next tape, I'll continue. Bye. See ya.